Hi there everyone! So today I'm going to be doing a review on this Longline pinstripe corset from Corset-Deal or Corsets-UK. So here's the front, the side, the back, and the other side. So, like the description of this corset, this is indeed a long-line corset. The center front here is 15.5 inches, and from the apex of the bust down to the bottom of the corset, the highest part of the corset is almost 18 inches. You can see that this corset gives very gentle hourglass curves. It's actually more of a modern slim silhouette than a Victorian hourglass. So if you are a kind of narrow and long person, kind of like the corset, then it will fit you. But if you are pear-shaped, if you have wider hips, then I probably wouldn't recommend this corset for you, because this seems to be almost the same pattern as the Sweetheart corset, except lengthened. So that means that the circumference of the bust and of the hips aren't really widened as they go down. It's just basically the same circumference that it would be if it were shorter and up here. So I feel fairly comfortable on my hips right now in terms of the circumference and the space that it gives me. The only thing that I can complain about is just the placement of the bones right on the side here. It seems to be sitting right on my iliac crest, so it's kind of digging right into the bones there. If I had a little bit more padding in the area, or if the bones were just shifted maybe a centimeter off of that area, this would be infinitely more comfortable. So here's the Longline corset laying flat, and for the material of this corset to start, as usual, the fashion fabric here is 100% polyester material, just basic woven with a pinstripe print on it, and then on the inside here you can see that it's 100% cotton twill. For the construction of this corset, it's made from a 6-panel pattern, so you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I apologize if you can't really clearly see the outline of each panel because of the pinstripe print on it, but just take my word for it. Between each panel, the seams are top stitched, and on the inside here you can see that all the bones are in internal boning channels, which is typical of all the non-waist training corsets from Corset-Deal, Corsets-UK, Corset Wholesale, etc. You're also able to see a 1-inch wide waist tape made out of single-faced satin ribbon that's running through the inside of the corset, and it's held down by these internal boning channels here. And here's the bias binding at the top and bottom of the corset. You can see that it's just a typical black polyester bias binding that's machine stitched on the outside and also on the inside here. And like all the other corsets, you can see that there are 6 garter tabs on the bottom of this corset. Here is the Modesty panel at the back. You can see that it's finished in the same polyester pinstripe fabric on the outside and the black twill on the inside. If I measure it here, you can see that it's about 14.5 inches long and almost 8 inches wide. So it's quite a wide Modesty panel. It's able to easily cover my back when I'm wearing this corset. And if you want to suspend it, then it's easily removable by just removing this line of stitching on the side here. However, you'll notice that there is no Modesty placket beneath the busk here, unlike the corset with the swing hooks. The busk that they use is slightly heavy duty. It's almost 1 inch wide on each side, and you can see that it is quite a bit stiffer than your standard flexible busk, so it will work harder to keep your abdomen flat. If I take my measuring tape here, you can see that the busk is 14 inches long and it has 6 pins. Concentrating on the bones, there are 14 bones total in this corset. You can see that there are 5 bones within the internal boning channels and another 2 flat bones that are sandwiching the grommets. Now, because this is not a waist training corset, then most of the bones here, 6 out of the 7 bones on each side, are made out of flat steel bones. And then there are 2 spiral steel bones, 1 on each side. And these are the bones that curve over the bust so that it's slightly more flexible. Just taking a moment to show you the grommets here on the back. There are 32 size 0 grommets in this corset, 16 on each side, because actually this corset is very long line even on the back. It's about 17 inches high on the back. So they're 2-part size 0 grommets with a moderate lip around them. As you can see, there's no real pulling away from the fabric here. It seems to be a lot more sturdy than the taffeta corset that I had reviewed previously. And here is the underside of the corset, and you can see that it does include a washer here. There are no obvious splits, and there's no pulling away from the fabric or popping out of the grommets here. The laces that come with this corset are your typical flat braided nylon style laces here. They had a little bit of spring to it in the beginning, but the more you wear this corset, the spring kind of dissipates. They're very strong, extremely difficult to break. They don't seem to catch on any splits or anything. And even though this is a long line corset and therefore it has to go through more X's in this corset, I feel that these laces are long enough. I believe that they give you about 8 meters of lacing, so it's not like I'm not able to open the corset wide enough to actually get the corset on or anything like that. When you tie it up, you might feel that the laces are extremely long on you, but you can always tie a double bow or tuck the end of the laces underneath the bottom of the corset. Like the other corset wholesale corsets that I have already reviewed, you can buy this long line corset in several different stores, including Corset Deal, Corsets-UK, Corsets-AU, Corset-Story, etc. And depending on which store you buy it from, the price for this can range from $40 US up to about $85 US, or the equivalent of about 54 pounds in England. And now for the bust test. So I give this corset a 4 out of 4 on the bust test. When I was doing all 4 parts of it, I didn't feel like I was going to booble out or at any point or anything. So if you are quite blessed up top, kind of like I am, and you want to, you know, show off a bit of cleavage, but at the same time you want to be assured that you're not going to pop out at any point, then this would be a good option for you. So I hope this review was helpful. If I missed anything, then please feel free to leave a comment or a question down below. And if you like this video, then you know what to do. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye!